Okay, so how that shows up. Wife and I went to Gordon Ramsay Steak while I was recently on a work trip to Vegas. So we got to go to Steak, see how well this shows up. So they ended up having a tasting menu at Gordon Ramsay Steak. Of course, if you got it, it also came with an autograph copy of the menu. The downside, of course, being is that if you order the tasting menu, both people have to eat it. So my wife had to forego what she really wanted, and had to instead go with what I wanted. So I'll briefly go through the essentially 5-course menu. We began with a Scotch egg, which was a quail egg. It was a soft-boiled egg, quail egg, so it's like the size of my thumb. So look at your thumb, that's about the whole size of it, if your thumb's about an inch. So the quail egg, which again, very delicate, soft-boiled, nice when you cut into it, the yolk broke apart, nice, well done. Had a layer of a Berkshire pork sausage on the outside, very thin layer, and a light amount of bread coating, and some braised cabbage. Nice, great way to begin. Now this is against the tasting menu, so all the portions were quite small. This is enough to be like, wow, that was tasty. First course, there was an heirloom tomato salad. They have this on their menu currently at Steak, but when you order for the tasting menu, you get about a half-size portion. So you pretty much get 2/4 of beautiful tomatoes. We grow tomatoes in our garden, and they come out and they're fresh and they're crisp, and they get all the attributes you want of a great tomato. His tomatoes were better, just flat out. Had a red bell pepper vinaigrette that was nice, it was great. A cucumber cauliflower puree underneath, it was great. And on top it had spiced Marcona almonds on top. So pretty much I kind of like broke up these almonds, put them in a little spice blend, so I got like a spice roast. Just ridiculously tasty. The tomato had a wonderful tomato flavor to it. When it came to the vinaigrette, nice with the right amount of spice to it, with that nice creamy puree underneath and the good crunch you got from the almonds. Expertly laid out dish. Our third course, a scallop risotto. Normally at Steak he doesn't have scallops or risotto on the menu. If you watch Hell's Kitchen, you know he cusses people out like crazy for doing either poor scallops or poor risotto. So the scallop was an amazing scallop. You get one scallop and probably like 1/4 of a cup, maybe like 1/3 of a cup of the risotto. The risotto had grilled sweet corn, fava beans, and Osaka cheese. Again, I actually did read from the menu, which is nice. The risotto, great creamy texture, right amount of cheese to it, had a nice amount of crunch from some of the fava beans and the grilled sweet corn and other seasonal vegetables in it. So you had the combination of the creamy notes, the cheesy notes, a little bit of the chewiness from the slight starchiness that you kind of get from the risotto. Expertly well-balanced dish. Then we got to what essentially became the 4th course, which is the beef Wellington. Now, my wife currently is pregnant. Beef Wellington is normally best when it's medium to medium rare. She has to cook it a little bit longer, and when it came out, mine was a perfect medium rare. Hers was definitely more towards a medium. Now it's a half serving because, again, this is a tasting menu. Came with braised root vegetables, potato puree, red wise, demi-glaze. Beautifully composed meal. Of course, we also ended up adding the truffle mac and cheese, which, not really a large container, but it's truffle mac and cheese with like 3 other types of cheese. Super decadent, super over the top, but really fine accompaniment. And I had to get my bone marrow. If you ever ordered roasted bone marrow, pretty much it is. Looks like it's the femur bone sliced in half and the marrow itself has been roasted. So it's kind of like you're eating kind of like a warm meat-flavored Jell-O, with a little more texture to it. I know it sounds disgusting, but it tastes delicious. If you've never had bone marrow, try to see if you can go to a place that serves a nice roasted bone marrow and just get a little bit. See, they'll give you like a sample of it. And I'm pretty sure either 1, the texture will throw it off and you'll throw up, or 2, you'll absolutely love it. And then of course we get to end with the sticky toffee bread pudding. This is an amazing dessert. Just flat out, this is an amazing dessert. It's a sweet date cake that they then essentially cover with like a brown sugar toffee. Really sweet. Really sweet. And a stick of brown butter ice cream. The ice cream is so thick you actually need to cut it with a small butter knife they give you. but it's just amazingly decadent, delicious. Of course, the food was so good. As we were there, we made reservations to go back. So I got to say, I went there. Check my notes. I think we went on Sunday. Went there on Sunday and then on Wednesday.